been so good. God has been so good. Good, just ain't good enough. He's been better than good to me. God has had my back in the midst of my enemies, and I ain't even have to be there. I have roamed many cities, friends not very many, but God took care of me and my children. I'm so connected to this air that I breathe, the oceans and the sea, the mountains, the skies, and the trees. I'm gonna get everything that belongs to me. Good, so he's been so good. His love flows like a river, and it runs deep, deep, deep in my soul. Oh, his faithfulness. Enemies become footstools, but because I love him, I don't mind giving them another chance to have a seat at the table. Come on, Judas. Hey, said he's been so good, just ain't good enough. Yeah, better to me, better than good to me.
What's going on, peoples? Today is Thursday, October, I don't know, one of them days.
16th.
I hope you guys had I look so close. I look so close.
We don't look close.
You don't look close?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm close. Move back. Move in. Yeah, I hope everybody has a great day. I'm Al, Carmen, the hostess with the mostest.
That we supposed to do that.
I don't think nobody's seen our intro because there wasn't nobody on. So we play it again at the end. It'll be the outro. Let us know you in the building.
I'm trying to shut her off.
Yeah, I bet you are. This is better for today. I don't think nobody's seen our intro because there wasn't nobody on. The podcast where we talk about faith, life, and the small steps that make a difference. Today, we are talking about unconditional love. Talked about it last week a little bit. But this week, we're going to be talking about it from the psychological view and the humanistic view. I'm moving this thing because it's not serving me.
I see.
Let us know you're in the building so we can speak to you. I see we got 2 viewers. I'd like to speak to y'all to say hello, but I'm sleepy.
And I didn't take a nap either.
We had a little incident today.
Ow.
Where we had our fence vandalized.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yes.
And so I had to clean the fence. We were scheduled to clean the fence, but we put it off and said, we'll wait till later. And God said, no, you'll do it now.
Yeah, we didn't have a choice.
And so we had to clean the fence. I think it was CB. I think he drove all the way here, drove all the way home. So yeah, last week we talked about unconditional love, how it's an emotion. Love is an emotion, but unconditional love is more than just an emotion. It really is about your desire. For me, it is to please God, and what my desire to please God will make me respect the person outside of their behavior. The biggest part of unconditional love is separating the person from the behavior. Because if you don't, you're going to be working in reciprocal love. Like, yeah, I ain't doing enough for that nigga. I ain't doing enough for that. Because you feel like you've been wronged. And so they don't deserve your love.
Right.
And that's just not. In a marriage anyway, that's not how you're supposed to get down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's in that juice, but she calls it juicy juice.
This is ginger. Pure
Mhm.
ginger. Shot.
I don't think there's no GER on the end of it. So she got gin, all right.
Gin is brown. This is yellow.
All right. And I got my papers mixed up.
Again.
Right? I'm back. All right. So, the human side of love. Psychologists often describe it as accepting and valuing a person without conditions, not because of what they do, but simply because of who they are. The famous psychologist Carl Rogers called it unconditional positive regard. I think we touched on this last week. It's, I may not agree with everything you've done, but I still see your worth as a person. So that puts you in a position to, I don't know. Let's keep reading. They give simulations. A parent who loves their child, even when the child rebels, a friend who sticks with you through your darkest moments, or a spouse who chooses to forgive, even when it would be easier to walk away. That's the closest we can come to unconditional love on a human level. What do you think about that? Read that again. A parent who loves a child, a friend who sticks with you through your darkest moments, or a spouse who chooses to forgive, even when it'd be easier to walk away. They said that's the closest we can come to unconditional love on a human level. I don't know about you. You different. Yeah, you different. You like
what?
Oh, when you walk around, you hear oh.
I do not.
You hear you hear oh, who's that? That's Mother Teresa entered the building. You're different. Seriously, you. When I ask you these questions, you can't think of it from your viewpoint because you're different. You love. Period. You don't even.
Yeah.
It's just what you do.
I want to go back, even with the instance that occurred with our fence, how it disturbed me, and I felt violated. But yet, I really would like to reach those kids.
So let me tell you what happened since we're on that subject.
Uh-huh.
So a young lady knocked on the door.
I saw.
And she said she lived the 3 houses over there, right? And so she had an incident where somebody came in her backyard and stole a bike.
Wow.
Right? When the guy got to the corner, a neighbor noticed the bike and stopped the guy and brought the guy back. So she asked him, hey, why'd you steal that bike? He says, well, I don't have a bike, this, that, and the third. She said to him, if you clean that bike up, you can have that bike. So he cleaned the bike. She gave him the bike. He thanked her, and he came back about a week later and asked her what he could do for her.
Wow.
So what you're saying is pretty much when I was saying to you, okay, so what do we do with these kids?
Right. It's like, how do we get into?
It can't just be corrective discipline.
No, it's
got to be more.
It's got to be, what part of vandalizing people's property became fun?
Not that kind of vandalism, but
I mean, yeah, because 1, they couldn't spell. 2, they told on themselves.
Yeah, they actually wrote on somebody's fence, Jeremiah was here.
It's like, so you outed yourself, and just so dumb. Like you're at a public restroom, on the turnpike.
You wrote your name in the restroom?
And nobody's ever going to know who you are because you wrote your name.
For fun, call so-and-so? You didn't. You did that?
No.
Wow. That's crazy.
But what I'm saying is, you did that.
But we don't know if that's the guy's name.
I mean, it's just...
What I was saying about that young lady, that was a sign of unconditional love.
that was powerful.
Yeah, that was really, really powerful.
Because your first instinct is to be like, how dare you?
Yeah. So what she did, because her son's car got vandalized, she said, her name was Vanessa. I ain't never gonna forget her. She said she's gonna walk down the block. She said because where that car over there got vandalized, she said it was lit up. She said, so somebody over there should have video footage. She said,
Right.
I'm gonna knock on everybody's door and see who has footage. And when they say they have footage, she said, I'm gonna come back and tell you I have it. I said to her, what would you like to happen to these kids? She said, at this point, I don't know, which was probably the honestest answer she could have given.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was mad at first until I realized we weren't the only fence.
Right.
We weren't the only area that got vandalized.
Right. Other things in the neighborhood.
Yeah, because I was like, what made them pick our fence?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't even know nobody.
And, you know, when I went out there to clean it, I said, man, if it's taking me this long to clean this little bit over here, can you imagine that guy's car?
The car.
She said it was a new car too.
It was a white car.
And it was white.
Yeah.
She said they left the top to the spray thing over there. But once again, the police came by and I said to them, hey, XYZ. And I said, well, you know, what would happen? And he said, nothing. So you can make a complaint. They'll go to court. He said, it won't even be a slap on the wrist. He said, it'll be about like a pinch on the cheek. That's what he said. So, you know, these kids are just
like, I really would like to understand.
How do you reach them?
You're angry and you're enraged about something.
Yeah, how do you
translate that to that? Yeah, I don't know. And that's my dilemma.
How do you reach them?
Because I don't want to just say that these are throwaway people.
Well, the average person wants them to be penalized, but what type of penalty is equal to what they did?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think every kid can change.
Every kid, yes.
I believe every kid can change. Some people say, oh, no, they can't. Yeah, every kid can change. Look at you.
Yeah.
Take a look at yourself and then tell me what you just said. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what that lady did was unconditional love. I thought it was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she said
her name was Margot.
I heard Vanessa.
I was listening.
Guess what? I'm gonna call her.
Vanessa.
We've been that route before. What was I calling that lady?
Oh, really? Something like Penelope.
She was answering.
And I'm like, that is not her name.
I was calling this lady outside. Her name was Carmen had enough. That's not her name. I was like, why are you getting so upset over the fact I'm calling her?
You praying for her and calling her.
We was praying. I was calling her.
And calling her.
I forgot what I was calling her. Oh, like, man, that's funny, Carl.
Like Penelope.
That's funny. And that wasn't her name.
And that was not.
And she finally said, my name is so-and-so. I was like,
I said her
was
name. Yeah. And she was like,
that was hilarious.
I was going funny. With it. I was like, no.
She got put. That's not her name. Like, why are you tripping? Over the fact that I'm not calling her by her name. You know what I'm saying? All right. So it says human love has limits. The limits are respect, safety, honesty, and trust. We all know that, you know, once trust is breached, it's very hard to trust people. Once you reach that trust, it's extremely hard. It says when these are broken, it's natural for love to pull back. That doesn't mean our love was fake. It means we're human. We felt pain, and it's almost like a protective measure now. You know, I read something before where it says sometimes when you build a wall, the only one that suffers is the person who built it, because not only can't things get in, but you can't get out.
Right. Mm-hmm. You build your own prison.
You build your own prison because you build it because of being hurt by this individual, but now everybody pays for what that one person done, and it's what we do. It's humanism. So it says when we talk about unconditional love in psychological terms, it's not about ignoring boundaries. It's about seeing someone's worth even when they're falling short. It's the choice to say, I still see you as valuable, even if I have to love you from over there. And that's, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to do that.
Yeah. It's
do
self-preservation.
If you're just coming in, we're talking about unconditional love from a psychological standpoint. You can let us know you're in the building. You can comment. You can come on live. Excuse me, if you have something to talk about. But we're talking about unconditional love. Some of us have no clue that there's so many types of love. And then we talked about, the whole conversation is about the love journey.
Right.
And so we started off with the types of love, and then we started off with where you are in your love journey. And then we talking about unconditional love. Now we'll talk about the different types of love down the line. But this unconditional love is really, really, for me, it's deep because a lot of it has nothing to do with your emotions. It has to do with the fact that you're going to do the right thing,
regardless,
even if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Even that person in front of you is not the catalyst.
Mm-hmm.
The catalyst is I'm doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
That person in front of you, So we got to look past the person's behavior,
right,
and look at the value of the person.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What was that? Okay. It says, this what makes love so powerful. It's not just an emotion. It's a decision. A daily decision to show grace when our emotions want to shut down. That's the psychological, humanistic part of love. As soon as you're hurt. So let's talk about it in a marriage. When hurt happens, we slink back. We hold back because we don't think we deserve to be hurt like that.
Mm.
And the fact of the matter is, humans are going to fail you. Humans are going to fail you. We invest so much in individuals that then when they hurt us, it almost collapses us. When in all reality, the investment shouldn't have been based off what they might do to you.
Mm-hmm.
It should be because I value the person.
Mm-hmm.
So that value sometimes put you in a position to go, okay, I'm going to give you a second chance. Unconditional love keeps giving you second chances. Our scripture was 1 Corinthians 13 that says, love is, and my favorite one is love does not keep score. That's my favorite one. I love that. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's been maybe 2 years that I've started using that because I'm keeping score.
You keeping score.
What? Anytime you do something wrong to me, it's getting, hey Mima, it's getting chronicled. I'm logging it. That's just how I was.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Hi, mommy.
I don't do that anymore.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It takes a minute to get it unchronicled. Because what people don't understand is what you do the most of, you become the best at. And so because I was doing that for so long, I got good at it to the point where it wasn't hate, but I had a strong dislike if you did something wrong. If you did something wrong, especially if they did something wrong to you, you didn't exhibit because you unconditional love. I would dislike for you. You laugh. I'm being serious. You do things because you do them. And to me, people are using you.
Yeah.
And I would dislike them. I would watch them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep a strong eye on them because, all right, she did that the next time, I'm going to intervene and you ain't going to know. Let me holler at you. let me talk to you for a second because you get a little out of hand here.
Right.
So yeah, it one of the things that we have to do is we have to go back in and dismantle our walls because we have walls built from very young ages. And these walls that we have built are still in place. And we don't even realize that they're still in place. And so our behavior is contingent on these walls. And now all of a sudden, things ain't working out. Why this ain't working out? It's because you are using a strategic battle plan from before now. You got to change the plan. You know what I'm saying? Is it easy? No, it's not easy, but it's doable.
Right.
But you got to know it's there.
Right.
And the way that you know it's there is watch the results of a lot of stuff that goes on in your life. Why is this always happening?
Hey, John.
Oh wow, what's up, John? Why is this always happening? What? It ain't always other people.
No.
But it's very rare we sit back and go, let me take a look at myself.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we find somebody else who we could party with and put the pity in the party. And now we got a whole bunch of nonsense going on, and both of y'all ain't moving nowhere.
Right. There's no progression.
None.
Right.
But you can't see it. You know why? Because you find somebody else
To join your pity
to
party.
join the party, to join the party. The next thing you know, everybody else is wrong.
Right.
Because we good over here. It can't be us.
Right.
You know what I mean, girl? You know, go talk to a psychiatrist.
Don't talk like that.
What?
Don't do that again.
Why that? That was unattractive.
It wasn't attractive.
I mean, that's what y'all do. Well, that's not what you do, but that's how they do. All right, so we're going to talk about the biblical side of love. Let me find the scripture. I could use. No, I'm not touching that thing. So the scripture for our love journey is 1 Corinthians chapter 13. You can read it out any version you want to. And we started off, it says, if I speak, and this is from the New International Version, if I speak in the tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I'm only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal.
Mm-hmm.
If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. Isn't that something? Faith without love is nothing.
Nothing.
Interesting. If I give all I possess to the poor and give over my body to hardship that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. That's love is not easily angered.
Wow. Yeah.
I think I need some work there.
I think we all do.
I need a little bit of work there. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. Go ahead.
It's something how when you read that out aloud.
Which one?
That love isn't easily angered.
Isn't that something?
And it's like you tend to sit, I'm going to reflect on myself and how you get those knee-jerk reaction when people say something that tick you off, you know, and then you in your head have called them all kinds of names and stuff. You may not have said it, but it's the fact that you got angry.
This is the biblical kind of love.
Whoa.
This ain't the human side of love. This is the God kind of love. This is that love that you got to really work. Because but the word that got me was the two words, not easily. So it didn't say not at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It said not press. What up? It said not easily. So yeah, you can get angry, but I guess with this kind of love, it should take more to get you angry.
I don't want more because when I get angry,
you didn't hear me. I said with this kind of love, it would take more to get you angry.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't get as angry,
right?
Because
we have that kind of love.
And this love is practice. This is
right, definitely.
This is all a practice. You cannot get this love just because you love God.
Right.
You can't. No. You got to practice this.
Ooh, you got to love some of them other people that He created.
You have to.
We have to.
I mean, you have to. And understand that your emotions is not part of that.
Right.
Because you're going to dislike some people you got to love.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, you have to.
Yeah.
That person that you dislike and you're not exhibiting this God kind of love can have your breakthrough in their mouth. But because you dislike them and you found somebody else that disliked them, Because you're gonna find somebody else.
I really don't need
Oh,
anybody.
trust me. If you one of them, you know what I'm saying? You going to find somebody
Oh,
else.
there's always going to be somebody
you
to
gonna-
partner with you in that crap.
Jessica Gain, how are you? That you're gonna, you know something?
I don't like her either.
That's it. And y'all gonna sit over here, and that person y'all just like got their breakthrough in your mouth.
Oh my God! Yes.
And guess what? They don't even know you don't like them.
No. No.
But they find out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand. Like, some people really get bent out of shape when they find out people don't like them. You gotta understand, them not liking you, if it had something to do with you, I think they would have came and told you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
What you did, you didn't know it caused them to dislike you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Well, I mean,
there could be some instances.
the average person saying, like,
you know what you did.
I have told people that I love them but don't like them. Maybe you go to the altar Sunday. I'm gonna come get you and take you to the altar. Yes, you, Sister Joyce.
Leave my Bobby alone.
But what I'm saying is, say for instance, it's a crowded room, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you say something indirectly to the person.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have no malice about it.
Okay.
And they take it the wrong way.
Okay, so my intent was not to hurt you.
No, you just,
I'm
you
just talking in general.
it could be a joke.
Right.
And they take it the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't say nothing to you.
Right. But now they walking around with this.
Yeah. So you don't know they dislike you.
Right.
But they go and tell everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets back to you, right? It gets back to you. And all of a sudden, not saying you, all of a sudden when it gets back to the person, they get pissed off that somebody dislikes them. Like, what are you bugging? That didn't have nothing to do with you. But it had everything to do with you. Because of something you said that they took the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been addressed. Mima says, my brother was a piece of work and I loved him dearly, but I did not like it. That's a good example.
A perfect
That
example.
is a perfect example of what we're talking about. That's good, Mima. Perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
You have to separate the person from their behavior.
Right.
But we don't do that.
Right.
We don't do that. And we go solicit. You know what happens? Or what? Instead of when they come to you, shut it down.
Immediately.
Or, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Alfred move. Come back with the person.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's get it squashed. You should not be walking around with that stuff inside
That's
you
right.
like that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not productive at all.
Mm-hmm.
So we stop that. Love is not easily angered. That's big.
Mm-hmm.
It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. It always protects. Good. Wow. Always trusts. Always hopes. Always perseveres. I'm going to read that again. It always protects. Always trusts. Always hopes. Always perseveres. Wow. Love never fails. Always protects. Always trusts. Love always trusts. Interesting. So when you lose trust in somebody,
are you going against the will of God?
You're not loving like God.
You're not loving like God. Wow.
I think a lot of the things that we learn.
So am I justifying it by saying the trust needs to be rebuilt if it was broken? I'm not going to do you just say, oh, I'm going to just blindly trust you?
So in the event of a lie, I can understand losing trust in somebody.
Okay.
I really can. Anything else? Unless you're in a marriage and you go out there and cheat on somebody and cheat. But this is just me. Everybody else have their own isms. But realistically, some of the stuff is so petty. You know what I'm saying? Like if that dude is lying or stealing, you need to separate yourself from that guy.
Right.
You understand? For you to be around that person and don't trust them is very unhealthy for you.
Yes.
Very unhealthy, because that's going to trickle into other relationships.
Right.
Now you don't trust nobody over what somebody else did. But if you could have separated from them, and now the thing is, when you separate from them, does your ability to trust regrow? Or do you still have this apprehension because of what happened? See, a lot of us don't separate the event from our life. We make the event our life. It was an event.
It was, yeah.
It happened. Okay, now what? What do we do? Like we talked about the kids that vandalized the fence. If we was to catch them, then what?
Yeah, I would like to just sit and talk. Talk to them just to hear you. Where you at? What you thinking? How are you thinking?
Nima said, trust really have to be earned. And I disagree with that. Because that's the humanistic way of living.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. This, and I'm not saying that is wrong for you, Mima, because but I think the way that we've been taught to trust is not healthy. Because as soon as it's breached, I can
only trust you as far as I can reach.
As soon as it's breached,
right,
we just, hey man, I ain't dealing with that person no more.
Opposed to viewing the person as being human and gonna make a mistake. So
because do you really re-trust somebody that's breached your trust? I mean, let's just be realistic. You don't 100% trust them.
Well,
you do not 100%. If you say that, Carmen, you're going to the altar with your mama. You don't.
No.
There's a movie we watched, right? And I'm gonna use this as my analogy.
Okay.
The movie we watched was with Eddie Murphy.
The Leaves.
Right. And was he lying?
No, he has so many words.
Yeah, so he has so many words that he could use. I forgot the name of the movie. And every time he used a certain word, like the leaf would fall.
Every time he used a word, he said something.
Something fell.
The leaves would fall off the tree.
That's good, Mima. Yeah. Once trust is broken, it has to be earned back. I agree with that 100%. I agree with that. So with trust, and this is, once again, this is the humanistic point of it. With trust, when trust is broken, a leaf falls off. Trust breaks again, a leaf falls off. So something happens to us when trust is broken.
Right.
The issue is we never rebuild that part of us back up. We block it. We put a boundary in place opposed to going, let me do some exercises to rebuild my trust. Because when that happens, the next person who comes around, pays for that.
Right.
Now, if it was like your mother said, trust has to be earned. How come this person over here is now put in a position where they got to do extra to earn your trust? And you've never had to have a situation with them where trust was an issue.
Oh, you're saying a new person brought into the scenario.
Absolutely.
Because
you up Periscope.
Yeah, you
now you're watching everybody.
Your guards is up, opposed to treating this person.
That's not a godly kind of love.
As an individual.
Yeah, it's not a godly kind of love. Because not only should you give room for the person to restore themselves, you got to give yourself room to restore trust.
Yeah.
And we don't do that. We do not do that. We sit around, we build up walls, and the next thing you know, we have this guarded disposition about ourselves that now becomes our mode of operation. Why? Because of one incident that we've made our lifestyle. So not only does the person need room to restore, so do you. But have we been taught to restore trust inside ourselves? See, because if here's me, if you do something wrong to me, I don't give you the opportunity to do that again. It's not that I'm not going to trust you over here.
Right.
But as far as this situation or anything similar like that, we're not doing that.
No.
We're not. It doesn't matter to me that you've asked for forgiveness because we've done that.
Right.
But I'm not going to give you the opportunity to do that to me again.
Right.
Now, if that's, I don't think that's the godly kind of love. That's the Alfred kind of love. But to me, when we go back to that scripture, and this is my analogy of it. I could be wrong. Pastor Rich, correct me if you need to. It says, love protects. In my own way, I'm protecting you from having to put yourself in that position again to do what you did before.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do it.
Mm.
Did that make sense?
Say it again.
Okay. So
that God is protecting us.
No. It says love protects.
Love protects.
Love protects. So trust was breached between me and the individual, right? Okay. In order to protect that person from not having to do what they did before, I'm going to make sure that we don't get into that situation again.
Okay.
So that it's like with people who lie a lot.
I was going to say, so how we always say,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to back you into a corner.
No, I'm not going to do that.
That's going to make you have to.
It's not going to make you have to. If you have not restored yourself, let me change that. If you have not put strategies in place so that you won't do that again, you have no choice but to do that.
Right.
It's what you've been doing for years.
Right.
So why would I put you in a position that might be something you do?
Right.
I have to protect you.
Right.
So we're not going to do it. I'm not even going to entertain nothing like that again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you do and he lies, you're just as guilty as they are. That's what he do.
Right.
Love protects. That's good. I like that. I like that. So we're talking about, that was the human side of love. We're talking about the things that happen in that love that cause us to now slink back. And it's humanity. It's 100% humanity because this is how we've been trained. You understand what I'm saying? So when you retrain yourself to now understand that I can separate this person from the behavior, you can trust that person, but just not in that area.
Right.
So you don't take this event and now you don't trust this person all over. I just can't allow you in that area over there because the chances that you may do that again is high. So love protects. I got to protect you.
I have to protect you. I know that you got
a problem over there.
You have a problem.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to point you in a direction that's going to come out of you.
You feel me?
Right. Because I know that's how you operate.
That's a strong possibility.
That's how
that's going to happen.
So I'm going to veer you in the opposite.
Why would I go that way again?
Right. So then I'm
going
to sabotage you so I can go, I knew it.
That's what we do. That's good, Colin. That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what
I knew you were going to do
We set them up
for
failure, and it tells us love protects.
Love protects. So I'm never going to put you in a position to end up in that your normal.
You can't do that.
Which isn't functioning.
That's correct.
Right.
That's correct. When you see that the situation is heading that way, love protects.
Yes.
I gotta move you back. We gotta, like you said, we gotta veer another way.
That's right.
Because I have to protect you from you.
Yeah. Yes.
But we don't do that.
Right.
We test them. We put them in the lion's den.
I go like this.
And we be looking.
You go like this.
I knew it.
You say you love that person.
You knew what?
Yeah. Why would you do that?
What? What did
you
accomplish?
That's like doing that to yourself.
What did you accomplish?
That was dumb.
You proved yourself right.
Yeah. You fought a fight that wasn't even a fight,
and you damaged somebody.
Yes.
There's the Protection Act.
Yeah.
Unconditional love. I'll tell you who that's. Let me say this right. That's Craig's niece.
Oh, okay.
You don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. She
You
using
talking
me
about
on me.
Craig?
She using me on me. Yeah,
No,
that's right. I don't know
Craig
what you're
in the
talking about.
wheelchair, Craig.
Ironside Craig.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not calling him.
That's what we call him, Ironside. Come on, man.
You are goofy.
That's what we. I can call him right now.
Okay, Al. Just,
Anyway, what's up, Val? She didn't know who you was. Now she knows who she was. Now he knows who you was. Now she knows who you are. That was the humanistic part of love. You know what I'm saying? That. Let me see if this dude is still the same way. Opposed to going, I'm gonna make sure that he's never gonna be in that situation.
correct. I'm not gonna put you in a situation where how your normal would come out. Meaning which isn't functioning for us. And it's gonna put you in a realm where you may have to be deceitful, or you're not gonna be consistent, or you're gonna be able to complete the task if I put you in that position.
Right. And that is growth in the person, which in turn will foster growth
in
this person.
That's right. That's true.
I mean, we got to really pay attention to what we do.
Yeah.
Opposed to always looking at what the other person does. Okay, the person failed me. All right, humans going to fail you.
Definitely.
They're going to fail you. It's sometimes not intentional.
Right.
But the hurt can be so deep that now I don't even want to be bothered with this person. This is natural.
Right.
Okay. At what point is there going to be restoration? Not in the fact that you don't want to be bothered with this person, but in your hurt. You got to do something about that hurt.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because the hurt is real. You know, as we talked before, emotions are real. Emotions are 100% real. And when somebody does something to somebody and it hurts, it's real. Okay, now what? We have not been taught how to restore ourselves after hurt. It's something that we have never been taught. And we walk around with hurt. And guess what? We want somebody to hurt like we hurt. You know what so-and-so did? Nope, but you're going to tell me anyway. You're going to tell me anyway. Where's the restoration point for that hurt? God, how do I get this hurt out of me?
Right.
How can I be able to be around this person again? Because we'll avoid the person.
Yeah.
That's just not what love is about.
No.
We're talking about unconditional love here, people. Some of the things that we've been taught, as let's just say when we were younger in our lives, were good for them.
Right.
We're 30, 40 plus years past that.
Right.
You still walking around with this nonsense inside of you. You got to do something about it.
Yeah.
Because the only person that really gets hurt is you.
True.
It's almost like, as we said earlier, you build a wall, but it's keeping you in more than it's keeping people out. All right, now we're going to deal with the biblical kind of love that we came out of 1 Corinthians 13. The biggest thing to me was love protects. That's love is not easily angered. I got some work. Because although I don't exhibit it, I'll be mad on the inside.
Right.
On fire. But I have taught myself to not let it turn into a behavior. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't come out my mouth, nor does it turn into an action. You know what I'm saying? So I got that part down pat, but on the inside, there's a freaking furnace in there. All right. Let's turn to the spiritual side. When it comes to true unconditional love, only one example really fits. God's love. Romans 5:8 says, but God demonstrated his own love for us in this. We were still sinners. God died for us. I don't know if we really understand that scripture. Our behavior had nothing to do with what God did. Nothing to do with what God did. He excused everything we did because of his love for us.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we need to do that for other people. Can you do that without conditions? You do it all the time. Well, I don't know. Since I've gotten saved, you don't do it as much. But before I got saved, you love me unconditionally.
I still do.
No, you don't. I gotta get some water for that.
You are so goofy.
I'm sleepy. Okay. But God, this is Romans 5:8. But God demonstrates his own love for us in this. When we were still sinners, Christ died for us. This love without conditions. That's love without conditions. God didn't wait for us to get it right. He loved us while we was wrong.
Yeah.
Can we do that for humans?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, you did. You did. God bless you, sister. May the blessings of the Lord make you rich. I'm not answering. What's the dollar sign on there? Hold on. Oh, that's not the one. That's the kind of love that's not based on performance. This is huge. Once again, separating the person from the behavior. Not earned, not withdrawn when we fall.
Mm-hmm.
It's steady, it's holy, it's divine. And Jesus calls us to mirror that same love. Love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. I'm working on that. But I don't know nobody who hates me. Like, do you know somebody that hates you?
Do I know somebody that hates
I don't
me?
know nobody that hates me. If you're out there, let me know. Love one another as I have loved you. Now, if you're like me, you hear that and think, Lord, that's hard. It's hard, but it's doable. One of the biggest words I've learned since I've been saved is the word practice. Anything that you do a lot of, you get good at. Rich Press is on his feet, and he taught me something he don't even know he taught me. You reiterated it, but he taught me something. He said, it's funny. He said he practiced smiling. And his kids would go, what the heck is wrong with you? And he practiced smiling so that he could smile more. You said to me, when you're on the phone talking to somebody, smile. And I'm going to tell you something. The part you said to me, I've actually done and it worked. I'm still working on the other part, Rich. I just can't walk around.
That's not you. It's just not you. I would think that you had a psychotic break and you lost it. I would.
The hell is wrong with me?
But you don't have to go Bozo the Clown smile. You can just
I don't get
just smile within. Just you can smile with your eyes. You can just have a not a resting.
I'm working on a Big Rich.
A resting bee face, but just have a resting smile.
I'm working on it, son. I'm telling you, man. And people mistake my look for a certain mood.
Oh yeah, as a defense.
It's not.
It was.
Connor, it's just how I was groomed. It wasn't
right.
So it wasn't a defense. It was a deterrent. But it's just how I look now. Rich say you're doing good. Thank you, Rich.
Richard. No.
That's hard, son. I applaud you because I was in my office one day, right? And he came to mine. I'm sitting there and I said, man, he crazy. I can't do that.
No, but smiling doesn't have to show your teeth. that was your kindergarten
That's
picture.
smile. That's smile to me, man.
Smile can just be.
I think I got my pages mixed up.
You gotta show all 52 teeth.
Yeah, I do that. But once again, the biggest word that I've learned since being saved is practice.
Yeah.
It's a practice.
Mm-hmm.
I practice loving my wife. How? There's things that I do not because of her behavior. Because if my love was contingent on your behavior, I would do nothing because I'm looking for reciprocity. You know what I'm saying? Humanistic type of love is reciprocal. I'm doing this because I would like this to be done. We never say nothing about it. We never say that's what we want.
That's your intention, right?
And we get mad and expect the other person to know.
Oh my God. Yes.
We get pissed and say, they gotta know why I'm mad.
Yeah. We've had that conversation.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling you me. And I had to come to the realization, if I've never said anything, why should I sit back expecting anything?
Right.
People say, oh, you shouldn't say that. Why not?
Yeah.
It releases me from becoming mad. If you say to me, I'm not going to do that, then okay. Either I'm going to do it because I want to do it, or I'm going to do it and not expect nothing from it.
Right.
People don't do that, you know. And a lot of times, because of what happened before, so I did this, and this is what happened before. I'm going to do this, and I'm expecting the same outcome. It don't work like that.
That's like a crackhead.
That person did it that one time and was like,
okay,
I'm not doing this no more.
Yeah. Like I said, it's like
and
a crackhead.
Mad. You big mad.
Crackhead looking for that first high they got and never get it.
What you know about that?
I've been told. I have never done a drug in my life. Only drug I've ever done is what they gave me in the hospital.
There's stories out there. Anyway.
Like the one on the fence.
I'll tell you about that, Rich. They vandalized our fence, son. Something terrible. Anyway. So the type of love that we just expressed, that when we yet sinners, God sent his son for us. This is the type of love that we can't do on our own. It's called the agape love, and it's a supernatural type of love. So this is the type of love that we can only do with the help of the Almighty. You know, you have to ask his help sometimes when it's hard to love somebody.
Right.
Especially when they've done something to you.
Right.
You know, we can sit and quote scripture and fool other people, but on the inside, you be like, I can't stand this. I mean, we need to really come to terms with reality, man.
Yes.
Because until we do, you're only fooling yourself. You're not fooling God.
Right.
And some people in your life, you're not fooling them.
No.
Did I uninterest you all of a sudden?
No, something popped up and I thought it was somebody.
Let me know, because I can get off.
No, we're fine
here.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And we really, really, like, I tell people all the time, journal.
Yeah. Journal.
Some people, I don't know, I have a hard time writing. Well, you don't have a hard time scrolling. So use your phone for something.
Well, the scrolling is this.
Click the record button.
And
click
journaling takes that.
Click the record button.
Right, and talk out what
you don't even have to do that. Just put your phone in your pocket.
I know today in my email writing, I was using Copilot, and I put in my thoughts of what I wanted my email to address. And it was like, I was feeling like I was typing out my thoughts. And I was like, well, I guess I could do this For me,
It's so easy.
I mean, it was like, because I started being really fluid.
So easy.
And then I liked my email opposed to what Copilot had to say my email should have been.
God has created us to write our stories.
Yeah.
Every one of us. It doesn't have to be like I write sometimes in hour increments. 5-10 minutes a day.
Right. Yeah.
5 or 10 minutes every hour. Write down. And particularly me, I used to write down what got me warm. The things that made me warm, because once I started to realize what made me warm, it was because of the old Al and how I used to feel about it.
Mine's just menopause.
That ain't warm. That's flame on. That's torch. That ain't warm. You could cook an egg on her.
That's what got me hot.
I rolled on you last night and I was like, can I move over here? Because it's still warm. But what I'm saying is some of the stuff that pisses us off, if we wrote about it, you would realize that it really has nothing to do with the other person.
Actually, that's why I do, like, if I'm at work and my supervisor ticks me off, I will like respond to whatever she wrote me, and I'm responding, but I never send it. I write it out, and then I'll delete it.
Did you ever ask yourself what made you write that?
Because as I'm writing it and I'm thinking it out, like, okay, so what triggered that emotion out of me? Yeah, and then I'll delete it.
But do you ever come up with an answer to that? What triggered it?
What triggered it? Yeah, a lot of it is me. It was me.
It's you. It's us. That's correct.
In control.
That's correct.
And how dare you think that you're gonna control me right now?
That's correct.
Because I got this. Yeah. I'm in control of what I'm doing.
95% of the anger is based off something happening to you that you feel should have never happened.
Yeah.
And when you dissect it and unpack it, you realize
it's you.
It's foolish.
It was dumb. It was, and then I'll go and message her like, I need 2 minutes, and then address the situation. And then we're good.
That's the only way that it's going to get better.
Yeah, definitely.
Because addressing it on the inside doesn't help nothing.
To myself, she don't know how I feel.
But you'll solicit.
Oh no, I don't talk to
I'm not saying you, but you will. People will call somebody. You know what's, and it's like, what the heck is wrong with you? That time, that energy, all that you wasted on unproductive nonsense.
Yeah, no prosperity in it. No,
and you could have took 5 minutes of that time, wrote something down, and literally learned something about yourself that you need to work on.
Yeah, true.
You don't need, nobody's behavior causes you to do nothing. You did it because it's what you're used to doing. How can I break that? How can I sit back and break my usual? You got to write it down. You got to put reminders. Like, okay, if this happens, I know I need to do this. A sticky note, anything. Because if you do not have reminders, you're going to do what you normally do.
Yeah.
It's humanity.
Yeah.
This is good. I said that once. It said the God kind of love flows through us, not from us.
Ooh.
Move out the way.
Yeah.
And let God's love flow. It ain't gonna be easy. You ain't gonna like it. Let them flow through you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sit yourself on the side for once. All right. It's the Holy Spirit giving us patience when we run out. It's forgiveness showing up in places where bitterness once lived. It's choosing compassion over revenge. That's what happens when God's love starts transforming the human heart. You stop feeling like a sucker for things that you used to feel like a sucker for. You know what I'm saying? Because Me.
Mm-hmm.
I always felt like when let me say it correctly, you trying to take advantage of me. This is how I would feel in
Oh.
certain situations. And so it would push me in a position where I'm not going to let that happen.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Where now I don't care what your motives are. I know what my motives are.
Mm.
So what you do is on you. It ain't on me.
Right.
But I'm not going to prevent it from I'm not going to prevent you from allowing me to do what it is God's told me to do.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
It didn't make sense to me, but I'm glad it makes sense to you. So maybe the question isn't, can humans love unconditionally? But instead, how close can we get when God's love lives through us?
Say it again.
Maybe the question isn't, can humans love unconditionally? But instead, how close can we get when God's love flows through us? How close can we get to God? How close can we get to that God kind of love?
Mm. Stepping aside from yourself.
You got to push yourself to the side.
Yeah, and allow him to operate and function.
But in this culture,
Mm.
and I don't know why, it is so important for people to know, for you to know they're important. It's so important for people to know. It's so important for you to know what people know. You can't have a conversation with somebody without them telling you a them story.
Well, I mean, it depends on the conversation.
No, it don't.
But I mean,
Every conversation doesn't require interjection. At some point, something
when you
triggers.
say a them story.
Okay, here's an example. Here,
big them up.
no, it's not even a big them up. It's just a them story to make themselves relevant.
Oh, well, okay.
You know when I went to so and so and so and so, I went there 4 years ago, and who asked you?
Oh, they're just trying to.
Why?
Relate.
Why?
People like to feel a part of.
Why is my question.
To feel like we did the same thing. I went there. What's the problem with saying that?
It's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is when there's a conversation and somebody is saying a story,
mm-hmm.
At what point does it trigger somebody else to have a similar story?
So you're saying more of a competitive conversation?
Okay, there's a group of people talking, right? And so one person says, let's just use that. I went to so and so and so, and I got some containers, XYZ, and the other. This is just analogy here. The other person, to feel relevant, comes up with a story that involves them in a similar situation. When it was never a requirement for that person to even say anything. I see it all the time.
So it's more so people trying to make themselves.
It's important that they're important. It's important that they did this. It's important that they did that. It's important that they know that it's why.
Okay.
And I'm talking from an owl standpoint. I'm not talking about for somebody else. Because when I'm in a situation like that, I don't feel the need to have anything to say, because what you're saying, I'm going to let you have the light. Right. I'm going to let you have the light. People can't do that. And if you're paying attention to yourself, everybody does it. Everybody does it. Until you say, I don't got to have no story. Anyway, back to live action. In real life, in your marriage, friendships, or family, unconditional love does not mean accepting mistreatment or staying in situations that break your spirit. It means choosing to love with grace and truth, to say, I love you enough to forgive, but I also love myself enough to set boundaries. God's love isn't blind. It's not naive. It doesn't ignore wrong. It redeems it. Unconditional love isn't saying do whatever you want. It's saying even when you fail, I still see your worth. I still value you. I still value you. Yeah, you hurt me. And I'm gonna let you know you hurt me.
Right.
Now, if the person hurts you and they hurt you the same way again after you've told them, then you need to make a decision.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Because they've shown you
what they're
pretty much they don't care.
Yeah.
So maybe think about this for a moment. Who's that one person in your life who's hard to love right now? Someone who's disappointed you, hurt you, or just makes it difficult to stay soft-hearted. What would it look like this week to love them a little bit more unconditionally? Maybe it's a phone call. Maybe it's forgiving someone who never apologized. Maybe it's just looking in the mirror and seeing that it's not them.
Ooh.
It's you.
It's you. Wow.
It's you.
That's good. That's real good. Yeah.
Maybe there's something that's happened in your life that you've kind of forgotten about, but it's caused the hardness inside of you. And you've forgotten the event, but the event has changed how you feel about things. And now you are using this thing on the inside of you in every area of your life. And you don't even know that you're using it.
That's how we talk about people get into these explosive arguments. And it's really not about what transpired at that moment.
That's correct.
It's actually happened.
That's correct. Right.
3-4 months ago.
That's correct.
And because now this is an opportunity.
That's correct.
I'm just going to regurgitate it all out and blah, 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 blah. And words are going to fly and feelings are going to be hurt.
And the great thing to me about that in a marriage, I'm learning to let it fly. Because that needed to get out.
Yes.
Don't take it personal.
Right. Allow the person to have their moment.
Move yourself out of the way.
Yeah. Allow them.
Show them unconditional love at that moment.
The courage it took them. And I mean, it might have been an incident that happened months ago, but they finally got it out of them.
I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say it's all the time courage that did that, but who cares?
It came out. Yeah.
Don't take it personal.
Right.
Don't take it personal.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what?
Right.
What do we do now? What would you? I love how Dr. Dave says it. How can I help you now?
Right.
Without being sarcastic, without, you know, because sometimes you in your feelings after something is said to you that you didn't like. Next week, we're going to talk about why it's so hard to take correction from your spouses. That's next week. And
correction or direction?
Advice, correction, anything. Why is it so hard that you can take information from over here, but when it comes from your spouse, you got a problem with it?
Wow. That's a good one.
Oh, it's good. It's really good.
That's a good one.
It's so good that I don't want to miss it.
Oh, God.
But one of the biggest things we have to learn about unconditional love is that we gotta learn to do introspection on ourselves. Yeah. You gotta learn how your brain works. It's imperative that you learn, why do I think like this? Because the way you think controls the way you love. Yeah. Why do I think? What's causing this? Sit down with yourself with your thoughts. A lot of people don't do that. People love noise. They got a TV on here. They got the radio on here. They got the phone. Dude, turn something down. Turn everything off. Put your phone somewhere where you can't reach it. And stay there 5 or 10 minutes with your thoughts. Write a few of them down. They might look crazy as God knows what. But it gives you the time to compartmentalize things. Because if you don't do that, if you're so busy with life, think you got a million thoughts running through your head.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to try to accomplish so much,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to end up at the end of the night exhausted.
Yeah. And nothing accomplished.
You'll accomplish a few
No,
things.
you'll be a multitasker.
But you'll be so freaking tired.
Yeah.
And the next day you at it again. Next thing you at it.
Yeah,
You ain't
same thing.
compartmentalized nothing to say, okay, I'm going to do this today. Right? I'm not going to allow nothing to distract me from doing this. Okay. Something happens. Boom. You got to remind yourself to go back to this. Instead of going, I get to it later. The love journey, people, today was unconditional love, the psychological and the biblical side. I love what it said in 1 Corinthians 13, especially the one love protects and the one love is not easily angered. I love that. That's good. Some of us need some work in the love department, especially when we want to love like God. But as I said, in the middle of this broadcast, the biggest thing that you'll ever learn is practice.
Yeah.
Practice. And you'll get good at it. You know what I'm saying? Because after you practice something for a while, you won't even, it'll become second nature.
It'll just be part of
It'll be part of who you are.
That's right.
And nobody deserves a portion of you, especially in a marriage. They deserve all of you all the time. All the time. Not doesn't matter what they did, because if what they did was so bad, get out of it. Don't hold yourself back like you penalizing them. Crazy. It's a marriage. Y'all both are being penalized.
Yes.
If I lose, you lose.
That's right.
If you lose, I lose. It ain't no he over there, I'm over here. And these phones is causing people to have altered relationships inside of a relationship.
You're in an emotional relationship with your
with social media.
With social media.
You can literally disengage in your household because this has become a relationship for you. I'm going with my friend.
Who? Oh.
My phone. I'm going with my friend. And we resolve nothing over here because we can escape in these phones, not realizing you're using it as a deflection. Put your phone down. Handle that situation. Yeah. Your spouse deserves you.
That.
Angry or unangry.
Right.
But if you're angry, be able to express why you're angry.
Yeah.
Just because you're angry, that doesn't give you a right to be. This is why I'm angry.
And then allow the person to say why they're angry, and don't turn around and say, that's not why you're angry.
You don't have the luxury of doing that.
No, that's just.
And don't use it as a way to now tell them what you angry about. Because a minute ago you wasn't.
Right. Right.
And that's one of the things I don't understand in marriages. My conversation should not cause you to tell me what I did.
But it does.
It happens all the time.
All the time. I'm guilty.
It has to stop.
Okay.
We need to, I'm not saying me and you, because I ignore it. We have to deal with the subject matter.
Right.
Okay, what were we talking about?
Right.
All right. Whoever is the civil head has to keep the conversation there. You can't allow yourself to get angry with your spouse.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have unresolved issues and some stuff is going to be said that you can't take back.
Yeah.
If you claim to love your spouse, protect them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Protect them.
Yeah.
Okay, she's a little upset. He's a little upset. Let me slink back a little bit. But we got to get to the point where we're going to resolve this.
Oh, it has to be resolved, because
we're not going to sit around and you're just going to be mad. Okay.
Or we talking at each other, not to each other.
And what I've actually learned this from you, but I've learned is I have space to, okay, let me process this thing, because I'll tell you, let me process this. And I'm always coming back and going, this is how I felt. This is XYZ. I've learned to do that.
I was gonna say, I really like how you did that the other day. We sat down, we were sitting down, and you said, I want you to know how I felt when I expressed this to you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and it was like, wow.
I'm learning how to do it.
Yeah,
because
that was cool.
for fellas, it's important to your woman to know, especially the emotional aspect. Even if some of us don't know how to express it.
Right.
Don't tell me we know how to express it, but it's important for them to know how you felt. It helped. Let me say this. This is to the fellas. Your wife is help.
Mm-hmm.
She's never not going to be help.
Right.
She's help to a fault.
Right.
It's going to get on your nerves. Guess what? She's not going to stop being help.
That. Right.
Advice, this, that, and third. You're like, well, what's she talking to? She's help.
Mm.
When you said I do, she became your help.
Wow.
You look at it like, you ain't my mother. No, she's not. She's help.
Why you always gotta know?
She's help.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help. She has to know so she can help.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
You can't turn that off.
It's hard.
You can't turn it off. It's what God created you to be.
Yeah.
Help.
Wow.
You know how long it took me to learn that? Like, she's not being nosy. She's help.
Right. Right.
It's important for her to know because she thinks she can help.
Yeah.
Let her help.
Mm.
Even if it irritates the hell out you. Because it will. Because you think there's situations she's not needed in. That's not what God created her for. He created to help. Good, bad, indifferent. She's help. And as soon as you realize that, your relationship will be so much better because the little things that irritate you won't no more. Won't she shut up? She's help. Help doesn't stop.
No.
Anyway, man, thank you guys for tuning in. Today was Unconditional Love. Next week is going to be, like I said, why is it so hard to receive from your spouse? This is not just a man from a woman. This is a woman from a man sometimes. Why is it so hard? What is the difficulty in receiving from your spouse? And when you go and you have some off time, if you're married, ask yourself, what is the objective of my marriage? Why am I married? Where are we going? What are we trying to accomplish?
Right.
Because when you're dating, and then you get married, and then the day you get married, do you know what the purpose of your marriage is? Do you go in even with enough? Because some people say, oh, we want to start a family. Okay, that's great. Now what?
Now what?
Because your kids going to grow up. They're going to move out. Now what? That was something I was going to talk about today, but this was a little bit more important. But we got to become more intentional about our marriages, people. Every day you should be doing something to improve your marriage without your spouse even knowing.
Right.
And if you're not, you're just waiting around for something to happen.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be an argument. Why? Because the forces of evil see an empty slot. And they're going to slide in.
Slide in.
They're going to slide right in. And now you're sitting there mad over the fact that something happened that you could have helped avoid by intentionally putting something in place. Intentionally. I'm intentional about my marriage. Not my spouse. About my marriage.
Wow. Yeah. Because we serve the same God. So, yeah.
If the Spirit of God is in your spouse, they have no choice but to acquiesce.
That's right. That's right.
Objective intention. Start praying with your spouse, man.
Yeah.
Learn to pray with your spouse. Not when something got heated. My wife and I, we don't go about our day until we pray together.
Right.
Every morning. One morning we forgot, and it went left. And she came to me and said, "Tell her you busy?" And I told her, "Don't even come to me and say I'm busy no more. When you recognize that we've not done something, to remind us of
Mhm.
why you stopped me.
Mhm.
And we took communion and prayed, and there was a peace that happened that I can't even explain it.
Mm.
I cannot explain it, but there's something
Mhm.
spiritual about when you and your spouse, like you're starting the day off in unity.
Right. We put him first.
You put God first, man.
Right.
It's a marvelous thing, man. Prayerfully, man, you guys learn to do things together, spiritually a lot more than physically.
God, yeah.
You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It creates a better bond
Mhm.
because the bond is not just a physical attraction. It's like a
Mm.
spiritual attraction.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The fact that something was broken that morning, it was almost like you needed to get back connected to me spiritually.
Mhm.
And I think that's what happened. Carmen, I swear, we had communion, I prayed, and I sat there and was like, man, that was stupid. I'm being serious.
Because you were being so antagonistic.
I had my mind set on something and I wanted to do it,
Uh-huh.
and I did not see my wife right there.
No.
I saw somebody who was getting
in
on my
your
nerves.
way. Uh-huh.
He was in my way, and when we prayed, I saw my wife. I said, "Jesus Christ, that was crazy."
Mm-hmm.
All right, keep showing grace, keep choosing love, and as always, be better for today. I'm Al, this Carmen, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.